How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall. We have a brand new video today talking about another player that is coming back to the Aggies for next season. A player that was really expected that I mentioned even last video. Jae'Coby Osborne's back. I feel like anybody could guess this. I was 99% sure he's coming back, but now it's 100% sure, along with Gabe. I assume Marvin Cox will come back too. He reposted Jae'Coby coming back and Gabe. Maybe we'll get a post of Marvin saying that he's back. But I highly doubt it just because he was only a redshirt last year, didn't see the floor. But maybe he'll make a post about it. And I'm sure all Aggie fans will be happy about that. And if you're a true Aggie fan, you know Marvin Cox. You know he didn't get in the game last year. Obviously a redshirt. We've had a lot of players redshirt in the past, including Johnny McCants, redshirted his first year, then played 5 seasons for the Aggies because of the COVID year. 6 years overall, hometown legend, hometown hero, whatever you want to call it. But let's get straight into this video talking about Jae'Coby's decision to come back to New Mexico State for his second year. I just realized this last video when I was talking about Gabe, I could have low-key played his highlights throughout the video like I've done before with other players. Could do the same with Jae'Coby. It'd be hard for me to go through and find a lot of them, so I may or may not do that. So if you guys are seeing videos play around, just be on the lookout for that. If not, well, don't worry about it then, obviously. When it comes to Jae'Coby's freshman year, kind of similar to Gabe in a way with his scoring, averaged just under 3 points a game, which again, not the most eye-opening, but what was eye-opening was Jae'Coby's defense, hence why he played a whole lot of big minutes. I believe he even started one of the games. Coach Huden said he was super close to starting after how well he was playing, after being inserted in the starting lineup. Early in conference play, the Aggies were 4-0, then lost 3 straight, and then Jae'Coby was moved into the rotation, and Huden was talking about how he was going to probably, make some moves like that. Nobody knew who was going to be. A lot of people asked him who was going to be in some, interviews and stuff. Just didn't quite know yet. It could have been anybody, but it was Osborne, and he showed that he definitely deserved it. In his first game, getting true big minutes, especially in conference play against Middle Tennessee, on the road, played 10 minutes, scored 5 points, 2 for 2 from the field. I can't remember if he got the field line or not, but if he did, he made his shot, I'm pretty sure. Had 3 rebounds, 2 steals. He might have got a block, but just was tremendous on the defensive end. Had a nice steal to layup. Did a lot of great things. And had a lot of great dunks on the year. Had a lot of great putback dunks, some really athletic, insane finishes at the rim, including some other dunks. Was really a cloud creature. Just got everyone hyped up in the arena all the time. And it was really cool, especially on the road. I think it was also on the road against Louisiana Tech. He had like 2 putback dunks off a Peter miss and a Christian Cook miss, I believe. So a lot of high plays like that. And with him playing a lot more minutes this upcoming year, definitely had the chance to see that a lot more. Not sure if he's going to be starting or not. Again, we have 8 players on the team as of now, so I'm not sure how this roster is going to look in a few months or by the time the season starts in late October, early November. But there's always a chance he could start because he started in a handful of games this past year, so we'll see how that all goes. I just fact-checked myself. He actually didn't start in any games. I knew he was super close to starting before, and I know Huden was mentioning that. But he had games that he was win in with the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game. But definitely a chance for him to start next year. If he got super close to starting this year, I feel like with another year under his belt, definitely has a chance to move up into the Big 5 or at least be a 6-man or one of the first guys to come on the bench, kind of like Jaden Harris this past year, which again, I am planning on making a video soon talking about the players who have left MSU this past season to go play somewhere else, whether that's professionally or at a different school, because I haven't heard a whole lot. I know we talked about Carl Cherenfant, 4-star in high school, one of the top rated players in his class. I think he was number 76 out of 100 in the class of 2023. He's at McNeese. Hasn't really had his chance to showcase his skills a lot in college yet. He started 5 games for us last year. Had a lot of raw talent, had some good games, had a really good game against Liberty where he had 7 points, 3 for 3 from the field, hit a 3. But just super raw, and hopefully he can, prove his worth at McNeese. Jae'Coby never had a game where he was in double figures scoring-wise, but the 2 last games of the regular season played very well, scored 7 points in both of them. Against Louisiana Tech, who we talked about earlier, we had 2 crazy putback dunks, and then 7 against St. Houston State. Played pretty well in that, the Conference USA game against Kennesaw State in the Conference USA tournament. Can't remember how many he scored. Wasn't a whole lot, but did a lot of great things defensively. Had the putback for the and one, or he had the steal and one to get us within 1 point in the last, seconds of the game, but missed the free throw. That was the biggest knockoff of his game, was his free throw shooting. And it's funny because the first game of the year, he came in against Highlands with a few minutes to go, got fouled and made both his free throws and looked really efficient, really good. But then only shot 53% from the line for the year, which was actually better than a lot of our guys. Like Nate Shimongo only shot 25% from the year. And us Aggie fans, like I talk about a lot, not great at free throws. And even though he missed that free throw in that Kennesaw State game, the game was not entirely on him that we lost, because he played really well the whole night. Really just gave it his all, 100%, fought on the defensive end, and tried his best on offense as well. We just missed a lot of free throws as a team. I think we missed 12 overall, 15 for 27 or something like that. And then just nobody could shoot well from the field. Cook had a struggle toward the end of the year, as you guys know. He's looking to play pro. Same with Deontay Bostic, who I posted on my social media pages. But my point being is that wasn't Jae'Coby's fault. He's a freshman. He's going to learn from it. And who knows? Maybe we're in a situation like that next year. I don't want to be in that close of a game or that close of an environment again. But if we are, maybe he knocks it down this time around. I would just love to, be in that tournament. And I wouldn't say necessarily blow out teams, but at least be the point where it's like, okay, we're not in a situation where we're down by 1 with 3 seconds. Maybe we're up by like 5 with 3 to 4 seconds, That is the biggest improvement I want to see from him and from a lot of guys, just the whole team itself. But I was telling my roommate Jacob how I just want Jae'Coby to be locked in a gym, work on those free throws a bunch. Because I feel like if he can work on that, he's going to up his scoring so much more, and he's just going to open up his game a lot. To go along with that, his shooting could use probably a little bit of improvement, but he can knock down the 3, especially if he's open. Look at Peter Filipovic, not the greatest 3-point shooter in the world, but up to his 3-point percentage a lot toward the end of the year because guys have been leaving him open. So maybe Jae'Coby's a guy that we left open a lot. He'll knock down a lot of 3s with confidence and make people step up, and that'll build more confidence. He's like, hey, these guys are respecting my shot. That means they know my game and know I can shoot better now. Let me just keep it up. Obviously, there can always be improvement made, but his defense is, I wouldn't say perfect, obviously, but pretty damn good. Again, could use some improvement in all areas. Even the greatest players like Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time. He's not perfect though, right? He's never had a season where he's going to shoot 100% from 3, right? He's going to miss a lot, but he's also going to make a lot. Just like how Jae'Coby's going to, make a lot of great decisions on the defensive end, but also going to make a lot of mistakes. But definitely has the potential to probably be our best defender next year. I know we picked up a lot of great versatile wings that can play defense like Julius Mims, but Jae'Coby's going to still be up there and be one of those guys without a doubt. He was also a 3-star recruit in high school, just like Gabe Pickens, Omar Smith, really highly rated, Carl Sheriffon and stuff. He actually had an offer from Portland State, which is pretty cool. Obviously, where I'm from, Portland. Had an offer from San Diego State, UNLV, but chose New Mexico State. He's still here. I know his family follows me on social media, and they really love the program, really love Coach Hooten. Same with Julius Mims. So it's great to have guys that are really passionate about the program. Even though we're only going to have Mims for 1 more year, we could have Osborne for a potential of 3 more years. And unless, some crazy stuff goes on with college basketball and all of a sudden you can have more years of eligibility. I was talking to my friend Matt, and apparently he was saying that you can just put in an extra year just, if you just want to, just for fun, apparently. And I'm like, well, that's crazy. Speaking of my friend Matt, I actually did an interview with him recently for one of my projects for school, and I might have to post on my YouTube channel. So if you guys see a post about that, that's why. Obviously, it'll be a little bit different than my normal content. But if you guys could still watch it and, give it a like, he gives a little bit more detail on, what his position might be for next year. He might be on special teams, might be a running back, and how the team might look for next year for football, even though it's not for basketball. Still pretty cool. And I would love to get some interviews from some guys for the team. I feel like Gabe Pickens would definitely be down to do it. Maybe Jae'Coby Osborne, Marvin Cox, or even assistant coach Deontay Thomas, or Shun Buchanan, Preston Laird. I talked to a lot of those guys. I've interviewed coaching before. Maybe if you'd be down to do something, that'd be really cool to get him on the channel. I think that'd be a really high, view video. I think that would really get the word out for sure. Let me know what you guys think and want. That's going to close out the video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's nice to get that video out. Been kind of stressed with school and stuff. Just been a lot. And then there's also things I get stressed about that I can't control. I'm really passionate about basketball, and me being from Portland, a big Portland Trailblazers fan. Not in the playoffs, had a big improvement from last year, but still a big Damian Lillard fan. If you guys have been keeping up with the NBA, you guys know he's been very, very bad on offense. Hasn't really played well at all, but he's done really great things on the defensive end. Had a really big block on former Aggie Pascal Siakam. But of course, the one player he blocked is Pascal. I don't know if Pascal and Dame are super close, but it's funny because Dame could have been an Aggie too, as we talked about in previous videos. Maybe I can make a video on that, find out more information. That would be pretty cool too. I know this video isn't about Damian Lillard and stuff, but I really want him to start playing a lot better on the offensive end. If he could have a game tomorrow where he scores 25 points or more, that'd be awesome. That'd be huge for me. I'd feel a lot better just because I'm really upset about the way he's been playing on offense. I know he's coming back from a blood clot injury, but the reason I bring that up too is because it kind of ties into the Aggies a little bit, how super passionate. We had so many games we could have won this past year, but just couldn't shoot the ball consistently, but made it up for defense. That's kind of how Dame, he's not a great defender, made it up on the defensive end. Just like how Jae'Coby, really good defensive player. If he doesn't have it going on offense, can definitely make it up on defense. That's what Coach Hooten always says. You're going to have off nights here and there. That's going to happen, right? Sometimes more than not, but you should never have an off night on effort, on the defensive end. Even if you're not a great defender, at least give effort on the boards as well, on the glass. That can always be 100% right there. That's going to close out the video for today. I know I gave video suggestions. Let me know any other type of videos you guys want to see, or if any of the videos I made or talked about earlier, interest you. Let me know in the comments, just like y'all did last video. That's all I got. I'll see y'all later.